Welcome to Fastang 444. I really need your help. I'm trying to grow my channel, so please subscribe and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I will jump into this game about halfway through the game. Engage in a head-to-head, and when you engage in a head-to-head, you ghost for just a second, so they weren't able to ram me off the bridge there. So follow along this road and then angle over through the trees to this finish here. Pretty good getting through there without hitting any trees.
Opponent eliminated!
Alright, great. The Merc AMG GT. I will jump ahead. I went over to the end of Tunnel Road here on the suspension bridge, and you can see the Final Arena wall now, and put that overlay for Final Arena 9. If someone would have come towards me, I would have engaged in a head-to-head. And I was hoping that would take place where I could beat a higher level vehicle. That did not happen. Someone gets into a Merc AMG 1. And it's time for me to just get in position for the final showdown. And as I am making my way over, level 5 Maserati engages in a head-to-head they can't complete.
Head-to-head's complete! Get ready for the final showdown!
I like to leave right next to this shed here. Knock down the fence posts. There's a level 10 Funko lined up to my right. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 9. The range of time to leave is 11 to 13 seconds. I'll try leaving it 13 seconds, and may have wanted to add a second being in a less than level 10 to that, but here we go. The Merc AMG 1 tries ramming me. Unsuccessful. There's a Funko behind me. I exit at 2 seconds. Funko goes flying by me. Timeout bar, 1.5 seconds remaining. Finish point is to the northwest, so I will angle over to the left, avoiding some trees through here. Follow along this road. Then angle over to the left. I'm looking for a H-shaped pattern of roads ahead. I want to be on the left edge of the H. Just to the right of that, a bump will send you flying. Angle over in line of this pin and go underneath this bridge. The Funko is just ahead, taking a very similar line. I know I have to watch out for some random trees on this line. There is a clearing through here. This road configuration that is ahead is the thumbs up road configuration. I am right in line of the back of the wrist in the thumbs up road configuration, so I will take this between a few trees and watch the mini map. Looks like they hit those buildings that were off on the left there. What a great win, beating a Funko, and I'm not even sure whatever happened to that Merc AMG 1. They must have taken a terrible route.
Welcome to the shadowy ranks of the Illuminati!
I will jump into this game later in the game. The arena is shrinking, and there are 11 drivers left. And I'm going up the mountain. This is going to be Final Arena 18 up the mountain. So I'm hoping to get up here and not be eliminated on my way up the mountain. but I have to be certain not to hit a tree here. If I hit a tree, I will lose all momentum and may not make it up the mountain. I cross paths with this car that's being chased, and it winds up being a Merc AMG GT. We both honked, so I am in a head-to-head with them, and I have momentum. It looks like if I have a clean run through here, I'm going to be able to beat them and take their car. Let's get between these rock formations. Got it. Come on, let's go. Let's go. 2 more roads ahead, and I have to use caution because sometimes people will park near this finish point and try and snipe you, and it looks like that's exactly what's happening. There's a driver off to the left there, and right as I cross this finish, it looks like someone sniped them heading away from the finish, so I will continue on this line that looked like a Merc AMG1 down there. And I will come up here and turn around. I call this the Mike Mechanic method. My friend Mike Mechanic will come up here and try and snipe people that complete head-to-heads or come over near him, and that vehicle that just completed that head-to-head is coming over here near me. Let's see if I can catch them. Alright, they're circling around me. I have to use caution. I think that is that Merc AMG 1. It is. Oh. Alright, so they have momentum. I know to go slow here so I can get right across the finish. They go too far to the right, jumping down, and I am going to take the Merc AMG 1. Wow.
Opponent eliminated.
That could not have gone any better. 2 head-to-heads, and I am in a Merc AMG 1. The arena is shrinking now for the final showdown, so I will now get in position for the final showdown. And I want to be certain not to leave enough time for anyone to engage and complete a head-to-head with me, so that's why I'm circling around away from that car that's off to the left there. Should be good. There are some boulders just right of this T-shaped intersection. Right here is the point I like to lead from.
Head-to-heads complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
You can see on the map this point that I like to lead from. This is Arena 18. The range of time to leave is 13 to 14 seconds. I will leave it 14 seconds. It appears as though I am the only level 10 in this, and I am the only one attempting to time their exit, so it's not very critical. I exit with a great amount of speed at 2.5 seconds, which will leave 1 second remaining on the timeout bar. Alright, I can now angle over towards this finish. Watch out for these boulders around this triangular-shaped intersection. I just narrowly missed them there. Alright, let's get on the road that goes through the festival site here. Put the power down. Not even another vehicle on the mini-map. This should be a very dominant win here. Alright, now angle over towards this finish. Go right of the greenhouses and the dirt road that is just beyond the greenhouses. Too close to that dirt road, you will get sent flying off of those hills there. Now slow down so I can maintain my direction. What a great game, stealing this Merc AMG 1. Yes! Haha!
Welcome to the secret society of The Illuminati! Oh, shh.
I just completed a head-to-head around what I call the farmer field, north of the river, around this peninsula, and I saw this head-to-head completing, so I came over to see if I can't snipe them as they are leveling up, which I do. I have to have a good run here because that is actually a faster car, even though it's a level lower. So I go around the waterway, hop on the bridge here, and over to the lava field I go. And they went over the hills there, so that slowed them down. Had they taken the road, they may have been able to catch me. As I said, that is a faster vehicle, even though it's a level lower.
Opponent eliminated!
Alright, great. The level 7 Ford Bronco. And I open up the map here. You see where the arena wall, where the future arena wall is? And I'll put this overlay for arenas 12 and 13. You can see 13 is outside of the future arena wall. So that tells me it will be final arena 12. So I will jump ahead. I went here on the perimeter of the arena wall, around the test track, Horizon Mexico Festival site, and I catch this Maserati. I cross paths with someone else that is engaged in a head-to-head. Almost roll over and reset there. And here is a level 8 MG Metro that is trying to snipe me as I complete a head-to-head. So I am turning away from them, and they are going to be right here. I'm turning back towards them, engage in a head-to-head. I'm going the direction of a head-to-head, so they made a huge error. So they actually did me a favor. I was able to get into another head-to-head right away, and I'll be able to level up into a level 9 right away. I'll drive over to the edge of the future arena wall and park here and level up.
Opponent eliminated!
Right, great. The Andretti Beetle. And open up the map. You can see the final arena wall now for final arena 12. Put that overlay there. I will circle around the perimeter and try and catch someone in a head-to-head. I see someone on the highway here, and I know the head-to-head will go off to the right. And here's a level 7 Ferrari. Instantly turn towards the finish. They actually did fairly well being in a Ferrari, but no match for the level 9 Volkswagen Andretti Beetle. Even though I spin around a little bit in the lava field, I'm able to get over to this finish before they get here. A little closer than I would have liked, but I get the win in, and we'll get into a much needed level 10 for the final showdown.
Opponent eliminated!
Alright, the level 10 Funko, and I will speed this up. The arena is shrinking for the final showdown, so I will make my way over in position as the arena shrinks. Right here is where I like to leave. Someone gets into a Lamborghini Centenario right before the final showdown.
Head-to-head's complete! Get ready for the final showdown!
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 12. The range of time to leave is 16 to 18 seconds. I will leave it the minimum 16 seconds. To avoid this Nissan GTR trying to ram me, which will probably make me a few seconds late on my exit, but I am the only one exiting with speed, even though I exit late by my standards at 1 second. I have a fair lead. I'm not sure what that Lamborghini Centenario was doing. They are not a factor. And I open up the map in the straightaway here, and I will pause and zero in on this. I can see the finish is right at Cascade Falls. So I will cross the bridge, and just beyond that tree is a yellow billboard. That's a literal sign that I use to turn to the right. Now I will angle over in line in between the two greenhouses and then angle over to the left. Get through a few trees here on this road just for a short section. Follow this line and get on the road that leads to Cascade Falls here. This is actually the best run I've ever had to this pin, which is why I call this a great game. And this is the most scenic finish in all of the Eliminator here at the Falls. What a great win. Yes!
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator!
This game I tried starting next to the Hacienda, and I am directed over towards some buildings where potentially there could have been a drop between the tiles. I don't hear a drop behind me or see one between the tiles, so I move over to this dirt road here and we'll jump ahead. There weren't any drops around there, but there is over here. Look at this, a level 7 Ferrari. And I saw someone on the mini-map off to my right, so I will go towards them. They just took that drop. I think that's a level 4 BMW, which it is. And I anticipated the head-to-head going northeast. It doesn't. It goes northwest. So I angle over towards this finish under the bridge. We'll fast forward this head-to-head where I get over to this finish, and we'll get into a level 8 fairly early in this game. Pretty good start.
Opponent eliminated!
Right, the Lamborghini Murcielago. Great level 8, near level 10 speeds. And I will jump ahead again where I am crossing the finish. It was a level 1. It was a pretty uneventful head-to-head, so there's no need to show that head-to-head. And now I get into a level 9. Hoonigan Group A. What a great car. Open up the map and pause this. You see that dirt road southeast of Atlantis to Tula, and the arena walls touch to the southeast there. That tells me it will be Final Arena 8. There's a car here. Let's see if I can't chase them down and engage in a head-to-head. They're actually doing a very good job at evading me. I know the head-to-head will go back behind me, and they kind of pin themselves into a corner here. So off we go. In there in a little Ford Mitsubishi Lancer, a great car, but no match for the Hoonigan Group A. And I'll open up the map and pause this. You can see again that this is going to be Final Arena 8. Put that overlay there. And the finish point is just this side of the bridge that crosses the river because of where the head-to-head originated. Someone trying to grief there, trying to ram me. Not engaged in the head-to-head and trying to ram. A dirty tactic. So I will turn over on this road and turn around and jump ahead here. I declined the Lamborghini Centenario, and that vehicle that was a griefer circled around and came behind me, and will be no match for the Hoonigan Group A. So across the river, over on this dirt road, on the paved road, angle over towards this finish, and we'll decline the Lamborghini Centenario again. I'm content to use this actually in the final showdown. This is a great off-road vehicle. Come over here on this dirt road. If someone comes towards me, I will engage in a head-to-head. If not, I will just wait here until the arena shrinks and open up the map. You can see the Final Arena wall now for Final Arena 8. Put that overlay there. Alright, I will slowly make my way over and get in position for the final showdown. And someone just got into a Lamborghini Centenario there. Engage in a head-to-head with them. I can't complete that. Here's another Lamborghini Centenario. Ironically, what I declined to use in the final showdown. This is actually the point I like to leave from. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 8. The range of time to leave is 21 to 24 seconds. I will leave at 24 seconds. Where the road angles to the right, I will go slightly to the left here and time my exit perfectly actually at 3 seconds. And I'm a little farther to the left than I'd like to be, so I need to angle over to the right. Timeout bar, half of a second remaining. And I'll go through this greenhouse and then angle over towards this finish. Appears to be in the city Guanajuato. I'll know more when I open up the map in the straightaway, but I will angle over to this road and gain some speed. One of the Lamborghini Centenarios is just behind me. I'm not sure where the other one went. Not my problem. And I'll open up the map. I can see the finish is in the city Guanajuato as anticipated. And I will avoid this trapezoid area. There are buildings and a dirt mound that I avoid by going left of that. And I am trying to get on the left edge of the H-shaped pattern of roads that leads into the city here. Put that map on the top left showing that. There's that H-shaped pattern of roads. Lamborghini Centenario clips a building there and stops abruptly. So I'll get this win in. What a great game. Yes.
Welcome to the secret society of the Illuminati! Oh, shh.
I started around Guanajuato and went into the city, found this level 2 Audi RS6, which is much faster than level 2 it's rated at. I will go to the left here, and I can see by looking behind me, here is a level 6. Not sure what it is yet until I take it. It winds up being a level 6 Chola. What a great start. So let's get out of the city. I will jump ahead where I went out of the city. Too far from the stadium. Engage in a head-to-head with a mini buggy, which is no match for the Chola. So we'll jump ahead as I am crossing the finish here.
Opponent eliminated!
Right, level 7 Jeep Trailcat. And I will jump ahead again where I went away from the progression of the game. I catch this level 6 Exoset. Engage in a head-to-head with them, and along the way I'll open up the map and pause this. Based off of past experience, when I see the arena wall go through the intersection on the southeast portion of the future arena wall, it tells me it will be Final Arena 11. So over to this finish, and I will get into a level 8 here shortly.
Opponent eliminated!
Alright, great. The Lamborghini Centenario. Notice I continued on that line away from where that head-to-head completed so no one would come along and snipe me. And I see someone completing a head-to-head on this road here right in front of me. So let's see if I can go by them with momentum. Someone just got into a Brocky. That winds up being exactly who I engage in a head-to-head with. So kind of miscalculated where the head-to-head would go. Went a little farther off to the left, but I should be able to beat them. Finishes right on the road here. Got it. Yes. How great is that? Beating a Brocky, so I definitely will take that.
Opponent eliminated!
4 drivers left, and as you can see, I'm going away from the future arena wall. Open up the map and pause this. You can see the Final Arena 11. Put that overlay there. And I will just go away from the progression of the game. Fast forward this where I made my way over into the final arena, not leaving enough time for anyone to engage and complete a head-to-head with me. Alright, right around this bend in the road, directed south is the point I like to leave from. Little gap between the trees, and I am angled towards the intersection that's ahead. I'm not sure if the other drivers are caught in late head-to-heads they can't complete, or they are trying to influence the finish. Regardless, I am staying the course going this direction.
Head-to-heads complete! Get ready for the final showdown!
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 11. The range of time to leave is 12 to 14 seconds. I will leave it the minimum 12 seconds because the Brocky has a very quick acceleration rate. All right, here's 2 of the other drivers coming this direction now. I exit with a great amount of speed at 2.5 seconds, which will leave 1 second remaining on the timeout bar. Finish is to the southeast, so I will hop on the highway, and once I am across the bridge, I will angle over to the right, and I'll slow this down. Watch that vehicle go flying across the highway there. So between the tree and that yellow billboard, I angle over to the right. Now I am directed in between the two greenhouses that are ahead. I will angle over to the left here and watch out for a few random trees on this line. And I'll open up the map and zero in on where this finish point is. On a road east of Atlantis to Tula, and look at all the trees in a straight line. I know to go farther to the left, there will be a gap between the trees over to this finish point. I wound up having my momentum carry me between these buildings. Now I can see the gap between the trees here. And this is my best run to this finish point to date. And what a great game, taking the Brockie with a Lamborghini Murcielago and winning with it. Yes!
Welcome to the shadowy ranks of the Illuminati.
I call this drops by numbers. I found them in consecutive order. First a 2, then a 3, along the way, I open up the map and scroll up to the northeast. You see how the triangular-shaped intersection is not within the arena wall? That tells me it will be Final Arena 4 in the northeast. I'll remove that overlay again so you can see that triangular-shaped intersection. Now back to drops by numbers, level 4. And I will jump ahead where I find a 5. I can't remember this ever happening. It'd be funny if I found a level 6 next now, wouldn't it? Nope. The arena is shrinking, but I have time to come over here to the greenhouse area. This is actually right where I like to start, and I am really happy I found a level 8. I am no longer playing drops by numbers. I will take one of my favorite cars in the game, the Nissan GTR, and I will, as you can see, fast forward this. I come over to the Cloverleaf and engage in a head-to-head with this level 4 BMW. I'm not sure what they were doing, if they were being chased, but I knew the head-to-head would lead towards the final arena, towards the northeast. So driver's left, and I am getting into a level 9 here.
Opponent eliminated.
And I noticed that there were cars on the mini-map back behind me as I get into this Hoonigan RSRX. Turn around back towards them. Engaging head-to-head with this level 3 that definitely was being chased. So I intersected their chase. So just keep it on the road over to where the finish is. Very close to where I like to lead for this final showdown. And I can see see a head-to-head completing behind me, so I will just go into the woods here so I am not sniped. Sometimes those that are in level 10s will go back and forth up and down that road, just sniping people completing head-to-head. So I will fast forward this here, where I glanced at drops. I have found a level 10 while in a level 10 before. It's only happened once, I believe. And here's a car here. Let's engage in a head-to-head with them. Some of the competition, and unfortunately I was going the wrong way, and watch this. I am able to pass them just before the finish. That was very close. Call that taking an unnecessary risk. I'm already in the car I want to use for the final showdown.
Opponent eliminated.
Offers me a Funko, which I will decline. This is a better road vehicle. Someone just completed a head-to-head in front of me and gets into a Brocky, so I will wait until they vacate that spot, get in position for the final showdown. Right here is the point I like to leave from.
Head-to-heads complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 4. The range of time to leave is 26 to 29 seconds. I will leave at 27 seconds. I will show you my exit in slow motion. Watch this. This third vehicle comes over. I believe they tried to ram the Brocky and missed. I exit with a great amount of speed perfectly at 3 seconds, which will leave a half of a second remaining on the timeout bar. I thought the Brocky might have been eliminated by the arena for leaving early. They must have left at 3.4 seconds with only a millisecond remaining on the timeout bar. So I will keep it on the road here. It looks like the finish is just north of the highway ahead, and it is actually close to the stadium. So I will keep it on the road here and put the power down. Try and gain as much speed as I can through here. Take this ramp over towards this finish, and I will go to the left here. That line of trees I know is a clear route, and I am just barely maintaining my lead here. Watch how close this is. This is crazy close. I'm not sure if I won or I am in second place. I'll replay that in slow motion. Watch this. What do you think? Who won? Even in super slow motion, I could not tell. This may be the closest finish I've ever had.
Congratulations! You are the eliminator.
I won! Yes! I was shocked. I will jump into this game around the beginning. I am on this bridge, going to take this level 4 Subaru WRX right in front of that level 2 Escort. Engage in a head-to-head with them, and off I go. I'll open up the map and pause this here. You see how far to the west the arena wall is? Past experience tells me this will be Final Arena 17 in the northwest. That's an overlay. I did not scroll all the way to the northwest there. And the finish point is still within the first arena wall.
Opponent eliminated.
I leveled up into this level 5 Bronco R and hopped on this bridge, and we'll jump ahead where I cross paths with this level 5 Maserati. It was heading away from the direction of a head-to-head. I turned around, and now the chase ensues. And I open up the map, and I'll pause this. This is on the switchbacks on the southwest portion of the mountain. And I will fast forward this. Watch this path that I take. There is a barn find up here, and I want to go right by it. It's just beyond these trees here. There it is. And there's a trail that leads over to this switchback. And over to the left there, you see how steep the mountain is? So they won't be able to catch me. They actually did a pretty good job at getting up on that steep portion of the mountain, and have to take a drastic jump over towards the finish, but I'll get the win in.
Opponent eliminated!
Alright, the aerial nomad. And I see a car just below me, and they wind up leveling up now behind me. I thought about taking this Audi RS6 here for a second, but I decided to let this car catch me, engage in a head-to-head. They wind up being in the level 8 Camaro, which is terrible off-road. So if I have a clean run through here, which I will fast forward, I will be able to take the level 8 Camaro, run into those boulders there along the way, but it will not change the outcome.
Opponent eliminated!
And I know I have to use caution with this Camaro. It's terrible, as I said, off-road. And here is a Nissan GTR that was right next to me. So I engage in a head-to-head with them. And it goes over to the festival site. So even though I am in second position, I actually like my chances, because the Nissan GTR isn't really that great off-road. It's a road vehicle, much like the Camaro. And I get over to this finish just before the Nissan GTR comes over. So that worked out well. I eliminate the Nissan GTR and wind up leveling up into the great off-road level 9 Volkswagen Andretti Beetle. And I will fast forward this. I went away from the progression of the game, and I am chasing this car, which winds up being the level 6 Audi RS7. Great car. Level 9 road speed vehicle, but we are off-road, which is where the level 9 Andretti Beetle excels. Even though I'm slipping and sliding around in the Baja. So if I have a clean run through here, I should be able to beat them. Watch what happens through here. This is actually funny. Oh no! Oh no! At this point, I thought I may lose this head-to-head, but I think they ran into the same boulders that I just ran into there, and I narrowly got that in.
Opponent eliminated!
Hoonigan RS200. This will be a perfect vehicle for this final showdown. And I will fast forward this. I wound up just coming over and parking on this road. And if someone came towards me, I will engage in a head-to-head with them. And I'll open up the map. I can see the final arena wall now. I'll put the overlay for final arena 17 there. I see someone in front of me and decide to engage in a head-to-head with them and potentially eliminate someone for the final showdown. They ran into those boulders in a Hoonigan Group A, which is also a great off-road vehicle. So this wound up being a calculated risk, I call this. Still a risk, but I eliminate them and we'll stay in the Hoonigan RS200.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown. Opponent eliminated.
Small dune just left of the cacti is the point I like to leave from. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 17. The range of time to leave is 12 to 14 seconds. I will try leaving at 15 seconds. I may have to angle to the left if I find I am early on my exit. It's a greater distance off to the left to the arena wall. I will slow this down and show you my opponents. There is a level 6 Chola and a level 10 Merc AMG 1 that I pass. I angle over to the left, exit perfectly with speed at 2.5 seconds. Which will leave 1 second remaining on the timeout bar. I will angle over to the left here, watching out for some boulders and a few buildings. I want to be in line of this straight section of road here. Just left of it, but close enough. Now I can cut across this road that bends to the right, going between some lava on this line. And then I will get back on the road and put the power down. My two opponents are staying off-road, so there is no way they will be able to catch me once I gain speed on the pavement here. Even though it's showing I'm in second position, I am confident from past experience that I will gain the lead, which I do. Now I can just angle over towards this finish here. Avoid those boulders. Nothing between me and the finish. What a great game. I had 6 head-to-heads this game, actually. That's pretty decent. And eliminate some competition just before the final showdown. Yes.
Horizon, please congratulate the Eliminator.
I'll jump into this game as I am crossing the finish in my first head-to-head.
Opponent eliminated.
You can see the arena is shrinking, and because of that, there potentially could be some new drops. So I will go outside of the future arena wall, and I find this level 6 Chola. So I go up 1 level. And wheel spinning a little bit. Hopefully I don't regret taking this Chola. And I will fast forward this. There was someone nearby. I chased down level 3 portion I can. There's a little bit of a delay which happens from time to time, but regardless, I will win. You can see I jumped ahead where I'm crossing the finish.
Opponent eliminated.
Gladly get out of the Chola into the great level 7 Ford Bronco. The arena is shrinking, and I'll open up the map and scroll down. I am projecting this will be either Final Arena 11 or 12. I'm not quite sure yet. It's going to be one of those two. I'll know more after the arena shrinks. Someone gets into a level 10 Merc AMG 1 there. And I do see a car in front of me off on the right. Let's see if I can't engage in a head-to-head with them. I do, and they're going away from the direction of the head-to-head. So I will fast forward this where I go by the church ruins over to this finish, roughly along the line of that road. Head-to-head win. 2 more and I will get into a level 10.
Opponent eliminated.
See someone over on the left here, so I turn towards them, tried engaging in a head-to-head and I missed. And a third vehicle comes over. Let's go for them. 7 Ferrari spinning their wheels in the trees there, so this should be a very easy win. My 4th head-to-head win, and 1 more, and I'm in a level 10 here.
Opponent eliminated.
Although the Hoonigan Group A is nearly a level 10 speed vehicle, great off-road vehicle. And I open up the map. I can now see this is going to be Final Arena 11. 12 is just slightly outside of the future arena wall. I'll speed this up. I was trying to catch someone outside of the future arena wall, and I see someone parked and went invisible on the mini-map right in front of me, so I go by them with momentum. Level 6 Audi RS7, a great car, but no match for the Hoonigan Group A in motion. So over to this finish, I will get into level 10 here, and that is my 5th head-to-head win.
Opponent eliminated.
And there is someone behind me that is pretty much forcing me to engage in another head-to-head here. I will give them their wish. Level 5 Bronco R. So get around these trees and fast forward this as I get over to this finish. The tractor just short of the finish there. Pesky tractors. So that is my 6th head-to-head win.
Opponent eliminated.
I will decline the Funko and stay in the Hoonigan RS200. Just park here around the perimeter, and if someone comes towards me, I will engage in a head-to-head. If not, I am content to use this in the final showdown, but someone comes right at me in a level 9 Hoonigan Focus RS-RX, which will soon regret that action. And I know this grove of trees here is just west of the thumbs up. That short dirt road off on the right that is highlighted is the thumbs up road configuration off to the right. My 7th head-to-head win.
Opponent eliminated.
And the head-to-heads will be canceled here. The arena has shrunk, and I open up the map and pause this. That bend in the road ahead is the point I like to leave from. Just left of it, actually, right
Get ready
around
for the
here.
final showdown.
directed south at the gap between the trees. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 11. The range of time to leave is 12 to 14 seconds. I will leave at 12 seconds. I will slow the exit down. More importantly, watch what time they exit. It appeared as though they exited early at 4 seconds. I exit at 2 seconds. I thought they were going to be eliminated by the arena. They are not. So they must have exited at 3.4 seconds with only a millisecond remaining on the timeout bar. Because I wound up catching them, I am anticipating that this is going to be a battle through the turns here. They cut through the trees and go far to the left, and I will slow this down. They wind up overshooting the turn, run into a tree there, and I pass them. I open up the map and I will pause and zero in on where the finish is. This is on what I call Tunnel Road. It is actually probably quicker going in a straight line. I wind up using the side of that hill for a banked right turn, tumble, fortunately land on my wheels. I lost much of the lead that I had with that tumble. They are just behind me, so I need to cut across this turn here, and I cannot afford to hit any trees. I got through there cleanly. They're right behind me. I think they overshot that turn as well. So I keep looking back, thinking they are going to possibly catch and pass me. They are not. I am going to be able to beat them if I keep it clean through these turns here. So I will go far to the right and try and cut close to the apex of this turn. Same here, apex of the turn. And this last turn is a sharp left turn. I know to slow down so I don't overshoot this turn. Gradual right turn over to the finish. What a great game. 7 head-to-heads, and I beat a Merc AMG 1 in the final showdown. Yes!
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator!
I find this level 5 Maserati Levante right at the beginning, and I will jump ahead. I engaged in a head-to-head with a level 1. I will jump ahead where I engage in a head-to-head in this Aerial Nomad against a level 5 Ford Focus RS. Jump ahead as I cross the finish, get into a level 7 Porsche. Jump ahead again where I engage in a head-to-head with a level 4 BMW. Jump ahead again, and I see that this is going to be Final Arena 9 because Tunnel Road is within it, like the last game. So jump ahead again where I engage in a head-to-head in this MG Metro, and the finish is over really close to where the last game finished at the end of Tunnel Road there. They wound up rage quitting. Did me a favor. I don't have to go all the way to the finish point. Into level 9. Renegade Group A. What a great car. Here, level 10 speeds. So I could see someone appeared to be on Tunnel Road over there. So I am going across the top of this tunnel, go out of bounds, and spawn in the tunnel. I will jump ahead again where I am on the perimeter of the future arena wall. This car on the minimap is going to make a fatal error of trying to come over towards me, taking the shortcut up onto the suspension bridge. So I'm going to wait until they try and take this shortcut on the edge of the suspension bridge. Here they are right here, engaging a head-to-head. They are in a level 9 Hoonigan Focus RS RX. And I call this head-to-head the only head-to-head I trust myself with in this area. You can see it goes all the way through the tunnels, and there's that dirt road that angles over towards the finish. So I will just follow along tunnel road, even though the suggested route is wanting me to go back around. And as I get closer, that should change. There it is. Okay, now follow roughly the suggested route in between these trees here, over on the dirt road to the finish.
Opponent eliminated!
It offers me the Lamborghini Centenario and obviously the Hoonigan RS RX I beat. I decline both. Press down. The Hoonigan Group A is a better off-road vehicle for this final showdown. So fast forward ahead again, where I just drove over to Tunnel Road so that there wouldn't be enough time for anyone to engage and complete a head-to-head. Now at this T-shaped intersection next to the shed is the point I like to leave from.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown!
I like to knock down these fence posts so they don't slow me down. Back up against the shed. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 9. The range of time to leave is 11 to 13 seconds. I will leave it the minimum 11 seconds. You can see I am up against a level 9 Hoonigan Focus RS RX and a Merc AMG 1. Here comes a Bronco R. There's a Lamborghini Centenario. I exit at 2 seconds with a great amount of speed, which will leave 1.5 seconds remaining on the timeout bar. I will angle over towards the direction of this finish, avoid some random trees, go to the left and then angle to the right along this road for a short section, then angle over towards this finish. To the greenhouse. There is a H-shaped pattern of roads ahead. I want to be on the left edge of that H. This is a flat line through here. Around the middle of that H is a bump that will send you flying. Now go squarely across the highway. And at this point, I recognize where this finish point is. The road configuration that is ahead is shaped like a boot. I am going to jump the boot. I can go through the heel and then the arch of the boot on the line of that yellow arrow and jump the boot. Watch this. This winds up being a great run. I do have to avoid some trees on this line. Let's do this. Watch everything I clear. Yes! Replay that in slow motion. You can see everything I clear in slow motion. Up around the top of that telephone pole on the right in line of this finish. What a great jump the boot. Yes! And a great win just ahead. Yes!
Welcome to the secret society of the Illuminati! Oh, shh.
I am in a Volvo, challenge a level 1, and we'll jump ahead as I cross the finish, get into a level 4 Subaru. Wound up going back around where I initiated the previous head-to-head and get into a head-to-head with this level 2 Peugeot. I am far outside the arena wall, and when the arena wall is this far to the west, I know it will be Final Arena 17 in the northwest in the Baja. And unfortunately, I'm running into things here, and I am going to have, it looks like around 2 seconds expired on my timeout bar. Hopefully that will not be a problem later. I will jump ahead where I catch this other level 5 Porsche going away from the direction of the head-to-head, and we'll jump ahead as I near the finish and get into a level 6 Exocet, a great off-road buggy. Perfect for the Baja, and there is a vehicle right in front of me, so let's see if I can't engage in a head-to-head with them. And they wind up being in a level 9 Fiesta, and I will play this head-to-head out in regular speed. Get through the Baja Festival site here without hitting anything. A direct route. They are circling around the festival site, so it's going to take them longer because of that route to get to this finish, and are nearing as I cross the pin, but I will beat and take the level 9 Fiesta. How great is that? Yes! 3 levels and 1 head-to-head.
Opponent eliminated!
And I can see someone on the mini-map right to my left, so I am going to go near the perimeter and back towards them with momentum. Catch them. They are in a level 6 Audi RS7, a great car. But as I said, I have momentum. So back over to Baja Festival site. Boulders I avoid. Watch out for the bleachers. Get over this pin and I will be in a level 10. Jump right to the pin. No, I missed it. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. They're coming on. Oh no. I think they ran into the bleachers. Disaster narrowly averted.
Opponent eliminated!
Alright, the Rocky. Perfect vehicle for this final showdown if it goes off into the Baja and it doesn't go down the coast. And I've learned that if I see too many vehicles lining up down the coast to influence the finish south, to go with them. But I'm not seeing that. So this is the point I like to leave from, next to the cacti. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 17. I have 2 seconds expired on the timeout bar. The range of time to leave is 12 to 14 seconds. I will leave at 11 seconds due to that 2 seconds damage or expired on the timeout bar. I may have to angle farther over to the left. It's a greater distance to the arena wall. Let's see how this goes. And I will slow this down. That is a Funko. And I am angling farther over to the left. If the arena wall is still there, I will incur 1 second more damage to the timeout bar. And watch this. Even though it's showing 0 seconds, I will get another second damage on the timeout bar. 2 plus 1 equals 3 with 1/2 of a second remaining. And I will slow this jump down. Watch myself in this Funko jump over this dune and clear all of the obstructions. Up a above that electrical pole there. There are some boulders I have to watch out for after I land, and a couple buildings. I do. They do as well. And I see this finish point now. I know to go to the right here. You see the lava off to the left. I avoid on this line. To my surprise, they're actually going between the lava. I thought they might clip some of the lava and I would gain the lead here, but I do not. I'm still in second position, but I am very close to them, so just barely behind them. And I'm going to open up the map and pause this and overlay this map. I opened it just for a second, and I know to angle over to the right and get on the road. It is on the bridge over the ravine. They are underneath it. I have a great win. What a great game, beating a level 9 Fiesta with the Exoset and winning in the Brocky. Yes! Haha!
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator!
Jump into this game somewhat later in the game. 19 drivers left. I catch this Merc AMG GT 4-door coupe, and I will fast forward this. I get on the highway, angle over towards this finish, and we'll get the win in and take the AMG GT 4-door coupe. It will be mine.
Opponent eliminated!
And this is going to be Final Arena 12, and the head-to-heads go between the lava field and the highway, depending on where they originate. So you can see I turned around and am circling back over, and I see a level 8 MG Metro there off on the right. I think this car might be coming over to try and get it, so I am going to be a bit of a car drop sniper here. Level 6 Porsche 959. Great off-road vehicle, but I had momentum, and someone gets into a level 8 MG Metro. I'm not sure if someone took that drop or they leveled up into an MG Metro there. Depending on what I get here, I may consider going back over there. Let's see. All right, it offers me the Nissan GTR, definitely taking that. And let's see if I can engage in another head-to-head here. Kind of paused here, let the game play out, and someone comes towards me in a level 8 MG Metro, ironically. So off we go. They were going away from the direction of a head-to-head and had to turn around, so I had momentum and we'll beat them.
Opponent eliminated!
Because it's later in the game, I decline the Jeep Trackhawk, and I will jump ahead. I go over the bridge where someone was underneath, engage in a head-to-head, and we'll get over to this finish and just eliminate them. Obviously, it's going to offer me the Jeep Trackhawk again, which I will decline. Had I known I would have been able to complete another head-to-head, I would have taken the Jeep Trackhawk and be leveling up into a level 10, but there was no way for me to know that, and the arena is shrinking for the final arena. You can see Final Arena 12 now. I'll put that overlay there, and I want to be on the opposite side of the arena, on the highway between the bridge and the perimeter of the arena wall. Straight ahead here, facing east.
Get ready for the final showdown!
I'm not sure what those two vehicles are off on the right, but that one just in the other lane is a Merc AMG 1. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 12. The range of time to leave is 16 to 18 seconds. I wind up leaving a few seconds early at 20 seconds. It will not be able to fully accelerate. Let's see if I can time my exit well here. With a fair amount of speed, I can now start accelerating. I actually do time my exit well at 2 3/4 of a second, which will leave 3/4 of a second remaining on the timeout bar. And that Merc AMG-1 goes flying by me here. And initially it looks like the finish point is in the greenhouse area. Slow that down as the Merc AMG-1 goes flying by. So at this point, I open up the map. I will pause and zero in on this. I am going to go around the north end of the pyramid strip. I am not going to attempt to shoot the gap in the northern end of the pyramid strip. They are opening up their map numerous times. They lose a lot of speed. They are actually going to shoot the gap. So if they do not get through there perfectly, hit anything, I like my chances. And I believe they hit something through there. I now have the lead. I can now angle over towards this finish. Looks like I'm going to be able to win this. They are not going to be able to make up this ground. Got it. What a great win in the Nissan GTR against a Merc AMG-1, and I will slow them come flying in late. What a great win. Yes.
Horizon, please congratulate the Eliminator!
All right, great. Here's a level 7 Ford Bronco, and they got it. No. And I knew they were going to chase me. I would have done the same. So I go outside of the arena wall and circle back around, and they were driving around the edge of the arena wall, and I go by them with momentum. And I actually like my chances. I'll fast forward this head-to-head and show you the entire head-to-head. Get on the bridge, gain some speed, and I cross the finish right in front of them.
Opponent eliminated!
You can see I'm here in the lava field by the church ruins, and I will fast forward how I went towards the perimeter and circled back around, and I catch this level 3 Porsche Macan. Oh, I run right into the lava. Fortunately, they ran into the lava too, and I will jump ahead as I am crossing the finish.
Opponent eliminated!
There are 13 drivers left, and I get into the Camaro. I'll open up the map and pause this here. This is going to be Final Arena 12, and I knew that from the pattern of the head-to-heads going back and forth between the highway and the lava field, and I will jump ahead again. 4 drivers left. The arena is shrinking for the final showdown. That Andretti Beetle was being chased, and I'll slow this down. Someone else gets into a Camaro and immediately goes outside of the arena and is eliminated. So this is a 3-driver final showdown. I have 1 second damage on my timeout bar, and I will freeze frame this. Final showdown in 23 seconds. I'll now open up the map and show you where I am located on the map. where I would like to be to leave for Arena 12. And the range of time to leave is 16 to 18 seconds. So I need to leave now. In hindsight, I should start angling over to the left. I continue straight and get over on the highway, and I am going to be extremely late on my exit. I'll freeze frame this. Final showdown in 10 seconds, and that range of time to leave from that point was 16 to 18 seconds. Anticipated, I exit late. The arena wall is gone before I get through it. One of the drivers is ahead of me. The third driver is off on the left, still off-road, so I'm not sure if they were trying to influence the finish, and obviously they were unsuccessful. And I will freeze frame this and zero in on this. This is in the greenhouse area, very close to where I like to begin the day of playing the Eliminator. So I will continue on the highway, and they decide to go off to the right and go around the south end of the pyramid strip. I will go between this electrical power tower and the bridge and go around the north end of the pyramid strip. I actually like my chance at this point. Even though it's showing I am in second position, they have a much longer route they've taken. So if I have a clean run through here, I may be able to steal a win out of this in the Camaro. I'm still in second position. Through these greenhouses, watch out for these trees. My momentum carries me through the greenhouse. No, I caught the edge of it. No. And I'll freeze frame this right when the finish disappears. Look at how close we are. It looks like they won. I am not sure. So I'll replay that in slow motion. Watch how this all plays out here. It is showing I am in first position. In real time, when they crossed in front of me, I thought they won.
Winner! Welcome to the Illuminati!
I won? No way. Yes. I'll jump into this game earlier in the game, and I'll slow this down. Someone just gets into a Volkswagen Andretti Beetle. Remember that gamer tag? And I cross paths with this Tiberti. I had momentum. And I will fast forward this where I get over to this finish. This is towards the south base of the mountain, north of the lava field. And this is typical when it's going to be Final Arena 19. And I know that from past experience, so I'll end up heading over here, away from where the head-to-head finishes, and we'll circle back around. And pause this here and show you Final Arena 19 overlay, where that's located, and you can see where I am located on the map. Kind of north of Horizon, Mexico. And now I will jump ahead where 10 drivers left. I am south of the stadium. Trying to get into a head-to-head here and start getting into, or I shouldn't say start, finally get into something faster than what I have. This is almost like desperation mode. Running into buildings is not helping my cause. There is a driver in front of me. And let's see if I can go by them with momentum here. right there. And a third driver comes over that winds up being a level 10 Funko. And that's the gamer tag I said, remember that Volkswagen Andretti Beetle early on in the game. So they kept engaging in head-to-heads, trying to run up the number of eliminations. I call that taking an unnecessary risk. With every head-to-head, there is risk. So I am going through the road configuration, the base, his finish, and I'll slow this down. Watch that. They go through the trees, hit a tree, and I am going to take the level 10 Funko. I'm not sure how many eliminations they had, but it's all for naught.
Opponent eliminated.
You will not win the eliminator being eliminated, regardless of how many eliminations you ran up. I know all too well. I've gone down that road. I think my record is 10 eliminations. Kind of when I was early on learning the game in the Northeast, going up and down the road. And I found myself trying to repeat that and get a lot of eliminations. And in doing so, I was taking unnecessary risks. Once I was in a level 10, much like the previous owner of this Funko, I was not making the final showdown.
Head-to-heads complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
Right at the base of this Y-shaped intersection directed towards the stadium is the point I like to leave from. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 19. The range of time to leave is 17 to 19 seconds. I will leave it 17 seconds. I'll take a straight line over between these trees back over to this road, and it winds up being a bridge that crosses a stream here. I exit perfectly with a great amount of speed at 3 seconds, which will leave 1/2 of a second remaining on the timeout bar. I will continue on and go through the stadium. The finish is southeast. And I like to angle over to the left and then back to the right, avoiding some buildings that are right in line of that exit. If you follow along the line of this road here, there are some buildings that are ahead I have to watch out for that are on either side of this road, and I'll open up the map and pause this. This is in the greenhouse area, right where I like to start and finish playing the Eliminator. So I will go around the left edge of Horizon Street scene, go close to it. There's a bump farther to the left there that if you go too far to the left, you'll go flying into the air. Across the highway. Watch out for a few random trees. Go between these greenhouses over to this finish. Got it. What a great game. Stealing this Funko with the level 6 Porsche 959 and winning with it. Yes. And I only had 2 head-to-heads this game.
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator.
I will jump into this game as I am nearing the finish to this head-to-head. It was a level 1. That was a very easy win.
Opponent eliminated.
Maserati Levante, fastest road speed, level 5. I will jump ahead. I went towards the perimeter and then back towards the direction a head-to-head would lead. Cross paths with a level 6 Porsche 959. Now over to this finish. fast forward it. This was a very easy win. They did make up some ground, but they were too far away to get close to this finish. Let's see, I am north of the lava field there, and someone else completes a head-to-head right nearby. That was a level 7 Bronco that I believe winds up becoming a MG Metro and follows me. Once that is a third vehicle that comes over, I will turn back towards them with momentum. MG Metro. It's a great off-road level 8, but off-road, I think these are actually fairly closely matched, albeit 2 levels apart. And they're gaining on me, but they won't be able to get over here in time, and I will wind up taking their MG Metro, go up 2 levels.
Opponent eliminated.
And it offered me to level up into the Porsche Cayenne, but definitely taking 2 levels higher, the MG Metro. And I will open up the map and pause this here. You see where the second to last arena wall is in between the highway and the lava field? That tells me it will be final arena 12. That and the pattern of the head-to-heads that I've engaged in. It's good to know the pattern of the head-to-heads. And for arena 12, I kind of like going back and forth, north to south or south to north. You can go east to west or west to east. Here is a car right in front of me. I think they were trying to take that aerial Nomad. They wind up being in a level 6 Exocet. So poor positioning on their part. I get over to this finish and we'll get out of the MG Metro into a level 9. In between the lava there.
Opponent eliminated.
Right, great. The Hoonigan Group A, which is near level 10 speeds actually. And I will jump ahead. I am getting in position for the final showdown as the arena is shrinking just ahead. And as I am getting in position, the other 2 drivers are engaged in a head-to-head that they complete. This will be a 2-driver final showdown.
Head-to-heads complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 12. The range of time to leave is 16 to 18 seconds. I will leave at 18 seconds. I have my hands full going up against the faster Brockie to my right. It's easy to get distracted when someone lines up next to you like that in a 2-driver final showdown and wind up being late. I left right when I wanted to. I decided to go over and try and block them. They wind up changing lanes and avoid me. I exit at 2 seconds just behind them, which will leave 1.5 seconds remaining on the timeout bar. Initially, it looks like the finish may be in the greenhouse area. I will open up the map in a straightaway so I do not go off-road and crash. And when I do, I confirm that, and I will zero in on this and put an overlay. This is the greenhouse area, very close to where I begin my day and finish my day of playing the Eliminator, where that yellow X is. So I will go around the south end of the pyramid strip. Once I cross this bridge, just beyond this tree is a yellow billboard. That is a little sign that I use to angle over to the right. The next point I am angled towards is in between the greenhouses. They are taking more of a direct route. They have to go through some trees there. We'll angle over to the left and follow this road, and I will enlarge the mini-map. Watch this. See all those trees they are going through? They hit a tree there. I've got this. Get around a few trees over to this finish. What a great win. 2-driver final showdown, winning in the Hoonigan Group A against the Brocky. Yes.
Winner! Welcome to the Illuminati!
I will jump into this game as I am crossing the finish. This is downstream from Cascade Falls in the trees here, and there's a drop nearby. I don't have time to see it, so I take the Jeep Trailcat, but then I see this is an Audi RS7, so decide to take that. I believe this is a faster vehicle, so I will jump ahead. See a car back behind me on the right, and there's 2 cars coming here. I was hoping to engage in a head-to-head with them, but they engage in a head-to-head with each other. Do wind up completing that. 2 drivers are outside of the arena and are eliminated there, so we went from 6 to 4 drivers left. That head-to-head completes. We are down to 3 drivers left. And this is the point I like to leave from, right up against this shed here. This winds up being a level 6 Porsche 959, and that other driver just got into a Merc AMG 1. You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 9. The range of time to leave is 11 to 13 seconds. I will leave it 14 seconds, being in a less than level 10 in speed vehicle, the Audi RS7. I try to get in line of the Merc AMG 1, but they do get around me. I exit at 2 seconds. There was a half of a second expired on my timeout bar, so that will leave 1 second remaining on that timeout bar. Finish point appears. I know to go east of the pyramid strip, so I start angling right of all the trees you see there on the left. This is similar to a route that I take for Arena 8, so I want to get close to the greenhouse that's ahead, and I will zero in on the mini-map. Watch this. Merc AMG 1 hit something through there, go through the end of the greenhouse, and go over towards this finish. I will continue on a straight line over to this finish, going around the Cloverleaf, and Horizon Street Scene is just north of that Cloverleaf festival site. AMG 1 appears to be coming on quick, but will not be able to catch me. What a great win this will be. And look at the number of drivers left. We go from 3 to 2, so they quit right as I crossed the finish point there, and they are nowhere to be found. What a great win. Yes!
Congratulations! You are the Eliminator!
Only 1 elimination that game. That's all that was needed. I will jump into this game as I cross paths with this other driver, and watch this. This winds up being a level 8 Lamborghini Murcielago, and I knew the direction of the head-to-head would lead where I am heading. They wind up miscalculating and go off to the right, are going to be stuck in the trees there. And if I have a clean run through here, I will be able to beat them. Go around that X-shaped intersection, around the greenhouse, start angling over to this finish around the north end of the pyramid strip. This is going to be great. Level 4 BMW, and I'm beating a Lamborghini Murcielago. I thought they actually might rage quit through here, but they did not. Alright, this is great. What a great head-to-head win. Speed read, not speed race. Going to open up the map and scroll down here. You see where the arena walls touch? It doesn't have all of Tunnel Road within that, and the pattern of the previous head-to-head that I was just in. That tells me it will be Final Arena 2. Put that overlay showing you that. So I will fast forward this. I wound up running around trying to engage in a head-to-head. Driving around the perimeter, and here's a car here that I start chasing. They are on the run. I do wind up catching them. They are in a level 7 Porsche Cayenne. And they actually did a great job at evading me for being in the level 7 Porsche Cayenne. So, turn around, start heading back over towards the finish. And I will fast forward this head-to-head where I go around the north end of the pyramid strip, then over towards where this finish is on this road, which is typical for Final Arena 2.
Opponent eliminated!
Alright, the Volkswagen Andretti Beetle. And I would like to get into another head-to-head. Someone just got into a Hoonigan RS200 there. Maybe them off to the right, so I have to get away from that. Into that grain silo. That vehicle is chasing me, so let's see if I can turn around and go towards them with momentum. Ends up being a level 6 Chola. No match for the Volkswagen Andretti Beetle. So if I have a clean run through here, I should have a very easy win. Into the level 10 I would like to get into for the final showdown.
Opponent eliminated!
Alright, perfect. The Lamborghini Centenario. I will fast forward this. I went away from the progression of the game and will go over on the perimeter, over on the highway, and just wait until it's time for the arena to shrink for the final showdown and get in position. I am content to use this in the final showdown. Open up the map and put that overlay for Final Arena 2. I decided to start heading over towards Horizon Street Scene and park there, north of the final arena. Good. I'm not seeing anyone on the mini-map, but I do have to use caution. Sometimes others will park over here, and if they are parked, they are invisible on the mini-map. So, slow down as I near this road. I'm not seeing anyone, so I believe I am safe. When I see the countdown begin to the arena shrinking, I will start making my way over. Slow enough to where no one can engage and complete a head-to-head with me. Someone gets into a Nissan GTR there, and it looks as though a few of the drivers are trying to complete a late head-to-head that most likely will be canceled. Just beyond this intersection at this bend in the road directed north next to this sign is the point I like to leave from.
Head-to-head's complete. Get ready for the final showdown.
You can see on the map this point that I like to leave from. This is Arena 2. The range of time to leave is 19 to 22 seconds. I will leave at 21 seconds. This Hoonigan RS200 tries to block me. Very wise tactic. Slowed me down a little bit, but I exit with a great amount of speed at 2 seconds ahead of them and the others that are following, leaving 1.5 seconds remaining on the timeout bar, and the finish appears to be north through Guanajuato. I open up the map through this straightaway, scroll up and confirm that. Angle slightly over to the left. RS200 passes me through there. They are far off to the right. Unless they get back over to this road here very quickly, it's unlikely they are even going to have a shot at contending in this. And they realize their error, come over. It should be an easy win at this point. Slow down in the sharp left turn so I don't hit the buildings. What a great win this would be. This Lamborghini Centenario, after stealing a Lamborghini Murcielago and a BMW X5 for a great win. Yes! Haha!
Winner! Welcome to the Illuminati!
Smash that like button. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video along with all of my videos. And if you've been enjoying my content, subscribe. Please help me get to 1,000 subscribers.